everyone, Dana here with Love Sola Flowers. I was thinking about a tutorial this week, and I have seen in the last week or two a lot of questions about making poppies, the flower poppy. And so I thought that would be a good thing to do tonight with you guys. And I'm going to use 3 different flowers, and I'm going to show you how you can use these 3 flowers to look like a poppy. You know, it's just kind of your preference. They all look like a poppy, but you know, you'll get to choose which one you like the best. So I've already dyed my flowers, and now we're just gonna do the finishing touches of the painting of the center. So if you've not seen what a poppy looks like, you should Google that and just type in poppy flower, and you can click on Google Images and it'll bring them all up. So usually they're an orange color, but you can have poppies in different colors. And the centers are usually black. So that's the color scheme I used for the ones that I have today. And yeah, so just so you know, our sale is still going on. Hey Nancy, our sale's going on still. The code is still 4th July, so it's the number 4th July. That's 60% off on regular Sola flowers. Hey Nellie. And then the 5th Avenue collection and the fillers are not part of that because they are already 25% off discounted for you. No code necessary. So that is the sale that's still going on. Why don't you guys share the video because we know a lot of people have been asking about this poppies question. So share the video for us so that we can get the word out on which flowers to use. That will help us when we're answering questions and stuff like that. So if you don't mind doing that, that'd be great. So again, coupon code is 4th July. There you see it pinned to the bottom of your video. And that is the 60% off sale on the regular Sola flowers. And then it's 25% off on 5th Avenue and filler. Okay? All right. So let me show you what I got here. I'm going to do them in backwards order of what my favorite flower is to use for it. And then, so the first flower I'll do is my least favorite flower, but it does look like a poppy. And then we'll work our way back to what my favorite flower for the poppy is. So as you can see, I've already dyed them. If you're looking for this color, thanks Stacy. If you're looking for this color, what I mixed, because I did a mixed color for this, I did Behr brand paint. That's latex paint, indoor paint that you can get from the Home Depot. It's Behr brand, and it's the color Inferno mixed with a drop of the color Glitterati. So it's an orange, and I put like a kind of like a hot pink in there, and that made this tone, which I feel like is very poppy color. Okay, so the first flower that we're gonna do, this is the Lotus. It's a 3-inch Lotus. When I was dyeing it, I opened it up as far as it could go. Okay, so when I was dyeing it, I peeled all the petals back like we do when we fluff them, and I made sure it was very open. Okay, so that's the Lotus. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna paint the center black, okay? This color is called Blackout. It's not like pitch black, but it's black. See, it's got a little bit more of a grayer tone, just so it's not so like harsh. And I'm not diluting it. My flowers are dry, or at least almost dry, and I'm not diluting it because you don't want it to bleed. And I'm not watering down the black paint either. And all I'm gonna do is take my center and just paint the little circle on the inside. So this is easy. The Lotus is a very easy flower to do. There's nothing much to do besides fluffing it open. And I'm just taking it. I have a smaller head on my paintbrush, and I'm just painting that circle. The Lotuses make it very easy because there's a circle on the inside. I don't push it all the way to that last rim because I don't want to get it on my petals. So let me go around, and then I will show you what it looks like. Again, if you're just joining us, we are making poppies. I saw a bunch of people asking what's the best flower. So you can get all of our flowers right now on lovesolaflowers.com for 60% off for the regular styles of Sola Wood. And then the 5th Avenue collection is already discounted 25% off. Make sure you use the code 4th July for those coupon code section there. And then for the 5th Avenue and the fillers, that comes off automatically. Okay, so let me show you the first one. So this is the Lotus painted like a poppy. So this one does look a lot like a poppy. Again, sometimes it's also color You know, picking the right colors will also make it so that you know what the flower is. So poppies, you know, again, they can come in a lot of colors, but this like bright orange color is makes it very well known that it's poppy. Okay, so that's the Lotus. This was a 3-inch Lotus, but you can make smaller poppies by using the 2-inch, and those are part of that 60% off. Okay, so that's the first one. Look how cute that is. Isn't that pretty? And this is like, when you open up the 3-inch Lotus, they're very big. So this is a pretty big one. Okay, let me put that one to the side. Now, the next one I'm using is called Posh, and Posh is part of the 5th Avenue collection, so this is already discounted. Now, let me just show you how the Posh comes. Okay, so here's what the Posh looks like. Thanks, Deborah. This is what the Posh comes. Oh, you mean like before? Sorry, I didn't bring up a before one of the Lotus because it looks basically the same. I didn't do anything to it. That's why I'm showing you this one, because this one I did modify. But the Lotus, that's all it looks like when it starts too. It's just closed up just a little bit. Okay, so the Lotus, I didn't do anything to kind of transform it. I just dyed it and added the center. This one though, I am transforming a bit, so that's why I'm going to show you what I did. So this is how it comes, and you see that it has like the center where it's fluffy. And when you make anemones out of this, because a lot of people use the Posh to make anemones too, they just cut these down a little bit. Okay. But for the poppy, I cut them all the way down. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, see, I cut them all the way down. Let me see if I can show you. See how there's long and then there's short? Okay, because the poppy center is not so big, it's not so like fluffy. Okay, so this is what it looked like, and then I took scissors, I cut it down, and then I dyed it. Okay, so now this is the Posh, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take my black, and I'm just gonna paint the center. I'm not gonna paint those little guys. I'm just, like the little furry parts. Sultan told me the real name of it, and I can't remember it because it's like a word that's not common. But I'm not going to paint those little fluffy things. I'm just gonna paint the middle circle, that little cinnamon bun looking middle there. Oh, I got a little bit on those little things. I can go back and trim that. Okay, so let me just go around there. And again, the color I'm using for the center is called Blackout. It's not a stark black. It's more of like a charcoaly kind of black. Okay, so this is Posh. This is Posh looking like a poppy. Okay, so the before and the after. Okay, all right, that's Posh. Now, for a little more full and 3D poppy, I'm using the white peony. Woo, that I just dropped in the box. Okay, I'm using the white peony, okay? And I dip dyed it and I let it open up so you can see that center, okay? So this is the white peony. We have a few different kinds of peonies. We have one with the yellow centers. We have the closed peony that doesn't have a center. This is the white one, and it has that little center in it, okay? This is white peony, and I dip dyed it and I let it open up on purpose. I spread it open a little bit, and so I'm gonna do the same exact thing. And I like this as a poppy because it gives you more of that 3D effect. But you do gotta like dip dab in there because you wanna get in the center without touching the sides. So I just kind of like do tap, tap, tap instead of like swirling it around. The other ones are easier to make poppies because their centers are very easy to paint. So a Lotus is very easy because it's got a very large circle and it's flat in the center, okay? And so that makes it easier. And the Posh as well, once you clip those little furry things down, they, it's very easy to just, I always call it like the little cinnamon roll center. It's very easy to paint that. This one you gotta get in there and do some dip. Can you shape the flowers when you first come before dyeing? Donna, you shape them when they're wet. So if you're dyeing them, you will fluff them while you're dyeing them. If they are gonna be kept undyed, you can do it with just a water solution. And we have tons of videos on fluffing your flowers and a blog. The blog is called Making Your Sola Perfect, and it teaches you how to shape them So check that out. There's, like I said, there's a blog on it and lots of videos on how to fluff your flowers. Okay, so let me show you this because this is my favorite. I think it looks most like a real poppy because of that like 3D look. Okay, so it's got the black center. And you can make the black center a little bit wider if you want the center to be a little bit bigger here. I'll make it a little bigger just so you can see that you can cover all of it. All of those little center pieces there. And then I'll hold them up all together to see them all together. Again, if you haven't seen what a real poppy looks like, go over, open up another little thing in your browser real fast and do a Google image search on poppies so you can see what they look like if you don't know what a poppy is. Thank you. Yeah, so there's the blog. The blog has videos in it too, the links to the videos. Okay, so do you see? See how this one is nice and full? So when you look at poppies, sometimes they're a little bit more flat, sometimes they're a little more full. These ones fit into bouquets really easy. The Lotus fits very easily into bouquets as well. And then the Posh has got that nice, crisp, clean look. Okay, so let me hold them all up again for you. Again, if you were looking for the color of the orange that I used, it's a Bear brand color. And it's Inferno, which is the orange. And then I put Glitterati. It's like a hot pink, just a little drip of it in there, mixed that up. Okay, so let me show you. Again, we've got the Lotus. We should vote on what we like the most. The Lotus is kind of the easiest, so if you're new and you're wanting a poppy, the Lotus is kind of easiest because it has that nice big center. I think it looks just like a poppy, especially when they're dyed this color. Again, I just took this is a 3-inch Lotus, so this is bigger. This is a 3-inch Lotus, and I opened it up real wide, opened up all the petals when I was doing it while it was wet, and then I painted that center, okay? So this is Lotus. They open up really nice and big, so if you're looking for a big space one, Lotus is good for that. The next one was the Posh, okay? And again, we took those little furry things down really, really short. And then we just painted that little center in it, okay? So this was Posh. And then this was actually a 2-inch. I didn't say that too, sorry. This is a 2-inch white peony, okay? This was not the 3-inch. Donna, if you're not doing a bunch, if you're just doing like a handful of flowers, you can just put the glycerin directly into your water. We have a blog on that as well. Into your paint. We have a blog on glycerin and dyeing. If you've not read our blog, if you're new to solo wood flowers and you've not experimented on your own, check out our blog. I try to put in so much information on that because we want you to be able to like do this on your own with, you know, feeling confident. So those blogs, I have a lot of blogs and I have a lot of information, and in those blogs are even the links to the videos. So that way you don't have to go searching through the videos either. Okay, so we do have a blog called Dyeing and Glycerin. I think it's called, or Glycerin and Dyeing, one of those. So check those out. That's at lovesoloflowers.com as well. And when you can use the little search tab, you just go to blog. And you can actually, even in the search bar, you can put like the word glycerin and it'll bring up the blog. So if you're looking about information about dyeing, you can type in the word dyeing in the search bar and it'll actually bring up the blog too. So I don't know if any of you knew that, but our blogs are actually searchable as well. So it's not just gonna pull up flowers, it's gonna pull up our blogs if those words are in the title of the blog. So, okay, so this was the white peony. Now this one was just the 2-inch, okay, but I opened it up. So you can use a 3-inch if you want a bigger one, but this was the 2-inch white peony. All right, so we've got Lotus. These are even pretty all together. Like the Lotus, the Posh, and the white peony. And then Sultana put up the formula for the color of the poppy, and then I used it's called Blackout for the black. Okay, I mean you can use whatever black, you can just use black, but I like the Blackout because it's more charcoal. It's not so like, you know, sometimes like something's so black it's like blue. I don't want it to look like a big hole, so it's a little bit softer of a black. But this Lotus is nice and big with the 3 inches. This is the only size the Posh comes in, but this one can come in the 3 inches as well, but this is the 2-inch one just opened up. So I hope you guys like this. I mean, I just saw a lot of people asking about poppies. I think maybe it's just because it's the season. And I thought, oh, we can do poppies in 3 different ways. So maybe experiment, you know, with them. The peony I like because it has curled edges and the poppy is kind of curled, you know. And then the lotus I like too because it's just easy. Yay. Donna, we have a community group. If you're not in our community group, it's facebook.com/groups/lovesolaflowers Cascade Queen Designs. I know that's a mouthful, but if you join our community group, you can ask questions all day long, and not just me. I mean, I answer every question if it's not answered, but an entire community of Love Sola followers will help you with what they have experience in as well. So don't be overwhelmed. You just take it little by little, step by step. And we have a video, a tutorial, or a blog on everything you can think of. But that community group, you can ask any question and we will walk you through. So don't get overwhelmed. You can do it. And right now, if you guys you know, need some of these flowers, they're on sale. So you can get that 60% off. I'll say the code one more time, even though it's pinned. It's 4th July, 60% off on regular, which would be like the Lotus. And then it's 25% off on 5th Avenue collection and our fillers. And you don't need a code for that. So yeah, there's our poppies. So I hope you guys make some. And if you guys come up with a different color combination that's really pretty, we want to see that too. And then always feel free to share in our community group, because if you come up with a better way or a different flower or something like that, we love to see all of that. So yeah, we're so excited that our community group really has been helpful to a lot of newbies too. So all right, have a great night. And it's almost the weekend, so enjoy it. Hopefully you guys are not too hot where you are, but enjoy your summer weekend here. So we'll talk to you soon.